literally jumps out the last second. They're
shotgun.
gone.
Only way. The pan. Wait a second.
You can see the crowd getting hyped.
3 different teams. We got Nova, IHC, and Falcons all here.
Carrillo
that's
gets
huge.
picked up. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Goes
God.
down from the side. Alpha 7, the performance of a lifetime.
And oh wow, what a shot.
Here. And they do. They get it done with one.
Empire Esports feeling the pressure.
There goes Alpha 7. And look at the frustration.
Crowd heartbroken.
Welcome to the third and final day of 2024 PMGO Brazil. This story started with almost 1,000 teams in our online qualifiers. We have teams from all over the world here. Let's remember that the 2024 PMGO winning team will be awarded an additional qualifying spot for its region in the Pubg Mobile's World Cup.
Overall standings reject. My goodness, the performance this team was able to have. Japan has never placed in the top 8 when it comes to global.
That would have been crucial. And oh wow, what a shot. Happen once again. Rejects in first place are not gonna back off. It is starting off hot like we expected, and Rejects have already lost one player in the form of Sara. I can't tell if they managed to get a return knock or not. I see 3 players of Royals of War. Did they manage to already pick up a 4th? Yes, they did.
Yes.
They got 1 elimination. So it's 1 apiece right now, and the aggression's ramping up. Rejects down to 2 though, because Divine also got knocked in. You can see the pressure. They're forced to fall back. They cannot get the revive onto Divine. The 2v3 ensues. Rivas on the side. Ragey goes down, and that's the Reject team out.
20K.
You saw there on the circle.
Interesting stuff and interesting adjustments that we're seeing here as S2G, a team that definitely needs those points, is going to be going up against Zebra Masters. They're going to be able to get a knock. They do have See You Later, one of their players knocked. They don't want to end up losing him. He's going to get eliminated here. Ooh, not how S2G wanted to get started, as now they're trying to get this fight. Are they going to back up from this fight? I don't think they're going to be able to, but we did see one of the players from S2G trying to get an off angle.
It's a 3v3 right now. It's pretty much who gets the next opening knock. And Neilzada running around in the open. Kelsey does find one with the nade on the backside. Now Neilzada's got to make a play, and he goes down. 3v1. Ray Z down to low HP, but I think he's fine. They got to clean this out together. No, they can't do this. They're getting a little overzealous here, and now the player from the flank is forced to go up to prevent that thirst, and they should be good. Kelsey gets the finish down to 1 HP.
We're starting to see the new circle.
Everyone on the eastern side has to keep going further. S2G are actually the ones challenging the Nova squad, getting a re-knock, but look at S2G's position. They are not going to be able to do much from there unless somehow they can drive right up. Racy hops out early, deploying himself as kind of a turret down there, but the driver kept going for the distraction play, and he does get caught, and you hear the crowd cheering for S2G losing players right now.
Yeah, and we're more than likely going to keep hearing that the whole day. And there you go. The last player from S2G gets found. Next, Ruya should be able to work with that too. And now we're going to be switching over here to D+ Kia against Royals of War. Royals of War down 1 player. They're going to be able to spot one of the players. Oh, no. Actually, his player ends up getting spotted. And D+ Kia here starting the first blood draw as they were able to knock somebody there from Royals of War, and he's going to continue going. You can see also there trying to find the off angle. He's going to be able to get Tonka, and he's going to make it a little bit easier here for the rest of his squad as they're going to be jumping in, and that is it for Royals of War. Especially to start popping off, and on top of that, you're going to have Smoke Gaming next. Ruya pushing up this mountain, barely gets away with it there. Kunha is going to get surprised from the back. Great play there by Frozen, being able to do exactly what he needed to do, knocking that player, eliminating him, but he needs to be careful because there's going to be more players nearby. Frozen getting a little bit stuck there. There's going to be mollies. There's going to be grenades getting caught him, and he ends up getting caught. His team recover him, but this is just such a tough position.
Tough. I don't know where the player that drove off went. The initial player that drove in deeper, I think he just went more into zone and couldn't come back. You see in the standings, all the teams near and next to Alpha 7 are either all gone or severely hurt, and Alpha 7 still has 4. Smoke Gaming try and close this out. Maki or Miyaki not able to hit the shot and fight their way in. Falcons lying close by. They spring the trap. They get one onto Swing, and I think next Ruya may have met their match. They're down to only 3 members, remember, so they can't do much. And with that nade, Icy takes down another player. Now it's all down to Z Wolf. Can Z Wolf clutch it up? There's 3 players up for the Falcons. They got 1 knock, but can Z Wolf get 3 more here? I don't know if he'd be able to do this. He's gonna find that second one. No, he doesn't. That would have been crucial. And oh wow, what a shot! He can still do this potentially. And no, he gets taken down. Falcons will get a full reset back up to 4.
Getting to this zone with Vampire Esports having vehicles, and we know Vampire Esports with their splits, and when they are set, they are gonna be hard, very, very hard to get into this zone for Alpha 7. Push on Hi-Fi's. Hi-Fi's, we've seen this fight before. Hi-Fi's Monkey actually gonna be able to connect there with the nade. Silas, Rangnam Karya starting to third party this as well. And right now it's not looking good for Team Falcons. They have found their kryptonite once again as Hi-Fi's ends up alongside Regnum Karya eliminating them. And that is it for Team Falcons. Only 5 eliminations. You gotta be able to get some placement points. We're talking about this push that Alpha 7 was gonna be doing on Vampire Esports, and something that ended up working out for Alpha 7 was that timing right there. Although Tony K is gonna end up finding Mafioso. Such a tough push, and I don't think Alpha 7 has any of the smokes because of how many smokes they ended up using earlier.
Yeah, that first initial crossing did cost them all their smoke util. Coming in from Carrillo, no knock. Regnum Karya fighting on the north side with Hi-Fi's. It is a 4-way battle right now. And we can't forget about Boom. Boom is still alive in here in the form Razy all the way in the backside.
And that's something that ended up working out in the favor of these two teams, because Boom could have ended up third partying this fight. Instead, they decided to back up. And look at this. Oh, great shot there by Alpha 7 as they make sure they hold off Tony K. Right now, they're going to be in an even tougher spot as they're going to start getting spotted by everybody. And can they hit the shot? Carrillo, we know what he's capable of, but here we go. Alpha 7 just a little bit too much. Regnum Karya, Vampire was on the way. Alpha 7 gets eliminated 4th place. Ivan, he's been trying to clutch up the points for this team. Meanwhile, Regnum Karya, 13 eliminations. They're getting involved in everything that is given to them.
Wow.
As they're able to eliminate Boom Esports.
I thought Boom would go unnoticed, but they found him, and they found him quick with that nade. 2v2 scenario, and it seems like every single day, 7, the teams that need it the most, that need the most amount of points, somehow get up to 14, 15 eliminations. But can they get the chicken? Does not seem like it. Schweppes finds one player 2v1, and Vampire with the superior positioning.
Oh, look at that. 3rd place in regards to points. And then Regnum Karya, you were right.
15 eliminations. Yeah. That's unreal, you know.
Sute, we got a chance to see it. Look at that massive jump up that S2G was able to do.
Yeah, that jump.
We're going to be seeing here in the first Erangel of day 3.
So here's the thing. A 20-point game is pretty standard. Yeah, here we go. We know IHC are the kings of the mountain. And just like that, Demo already opens one up right onto Monkey. Hi-Fi's down to 3. Pretty much cornered right now. IHC want to claim the mountaintop once again. They get the confirmation. Oh, and a knock by Demo too. It's pretty much all but done for Hi-Fi's here.
Yeah, there's nothing they're going to be able to do against a team like IHC. IHC, especially on Everest, it's like they have a buff at this point. And just boom, God. Just like that. Yeah. Goodbye. Absolutely deleted. IHC is not messing around. Not a good thing for Alpha 7, to be honest, to be have IHC on your back with some high ground. So they're going to have to be careful for sure, especially depending on where this next circle is going to go. And it does pop on over. It's going to be a Ruins finish. Are you kidding me? That is going to make things spicy. Just look how many teams are not even in this next zone.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Ruins exactly. It's that open field finish, Jukes. We've seen this time and time and time again. We're going to get some stake action into the late game, but this makes Alpha 7's position that much stronger because right to the east of them, they control all that open field. So when they need to go there on the next circle shift, they are the prime, you know, contenders for that spot. Alpha 7, though, they just got to worry about being crashed upon because that's a potential 2 now. But D+,
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, D+ in a great position, too, on the north. And look at S2G on the east side. They control those, like, bunkers that give them a lot of information into the zone as well. So this is going to be a huge match for a lot of these teams. And where's Rejects? So Rejects are in the zone on the south at a strong compound, too. All 3 teams in the top 3. East, west, south, different directions, different power positions for all 3 in the top 3. This is going to be a great match, dudes.
I was about to say, when it came to Alpha 7, is it a better position or could it be the worst position for them? And we're going to have to find out here because that position is one of the most the most dominant in this circle. and there are monster squads completely surrounding it. So it's only the most dominant if you're able to hold it, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to have to hold it hard because every single one of these teams is going to be pushing up onto them for sure. So there's a minute 45 on the clock. You can already start seeing some smokes come out. IHC is creeping down. Team Falcons, they're all licking their lips, trying to take away this spot from Alpha 7. But if Alpha 7 is able to successfully hold it, they are going to have a ridiculous amount of eliminations here.
This is going to be the hold of their lives right now, with IHC and Falcons creeping closer. On the eastern side, Deathwolves have close zone. They're just going to scooch in. Might have to contend with Smoke Gaming a little bit here, as Smoke is not in the zone. Miyaki actually getting the great nade, a great opening, and that player is going to be caught in the blue zone as it closes. I don't know if they'll be able to get that revive. And Smoke Gaming going aggressive now with those buggies, getting some information, driving up, getting some damage in, and oh, there goes Obscure to S2G from the backside. Deathwolves not looking too great.
S2G just trying to pick up some scavenger points, get whatever they can, as we're seeing Deathwolves and Smoke go at it. But what I want to see is that Reject going against Vampire. That is a huge battle. Which one of those teams going to win it? Reject currently sitting in first place. I am just... Oh, is it done already?
I mean, there's one of Vampire left. Rejects have won that one handedly. Yeah, only one Vampire player left. I think Rejects will hold that south power position. And hold on, Jukes, look at the mini-map here. Look at the mini-map on the west side. Alpha 7's being swarmed by 3 different teams. We got Nova, IHC, and Falcons all here.
Oh my goodness, this is exactly what I was gonna say was gonna happen. All the top squads trying to take this. You got Nova going down their order. Alpha 7 actually doing a great job of taking out IHC, but now they gotta get out of the building.
Alpha 7 still have 4 up. One player goes down. It's just Rogue here contending with Alpha 7, but he's got a player behind him inside the building too. Alpha 7, if he can finish this one off, that's a full reset. Falcons is the only other team close by now. And Falcons were fighting with Nova. Falcons actually have 4 up too. Alpha 7, their work is not done yet. They have another 4v4 to try and finish, but that grenade, the car blow up maybe. Carrillo goes down, Alpha 7 on the back foot. Revo also goes down. Now it's only 2 players up from Alpha 7.
It's a 2v4, but a beautiful shot from McGrellin takes down Action. That's going to buy them a little bit of time to get this res off. Could be a 3v3 situation. Actually, Carrillo gets picked up. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
Down from the side, and what a fortunate situation for Alpha 7 as it's Zebra Masters. They're Brazilian brothers all the way from the bottom, helping Alpha 7 try to punch their ticket and win this tournament. And with 9 teams remaining, if you were to go out right now, it is 0 placement points as we watch Royals of War battle it out with Next Ruya. Next Ruya desperately needs these points, and Colgoat is going to finish off another one of them, leaving only 2 of their players up. Oh, but hey, guess what? Team Reject is still alive with 4 eliminations, so Alpha 7, yeah, even though you started off so strong, your work's not done yet.
Not yet. And if Rejects saw what happened in the elimination feed, they know Alpha 7 just got a bunch of points. Does that spur Rejects to get a bit more aggressive? Rejects, you know, known for their aggression, but that's when they don't have the zone. They have the circle. Are they going to seize this opportunity? You can see them getting closer, but they're a little bit more methodical right now, a little bit more hesitant. And even though they're keeping all 4 players up, this is a big missed opportunity. And I only say that because Alpha 7 has nabbed so many points. D+ and Alpha 7 now fighting in the north. One of Alpha 7 goes down. 2 of Alpha 7 gets knocked to the side of D+. It looks like D+ are handling Alpha 7, the Titans of the north side. Alpha 7 getting dwindled down, and Alpha 7 is out. 9 elimination points, and I think only getting 1 placement point.
Out of all the teams, it's D+ Kia. Especially when you have teams like Boom, Team Reject still alive here and can pull out a chicken dinner with double digits.
Yeah, Rejects right now have to try and make it into zone. One of the Boom players are knocked though. They're the ones gatekeeping this, but Pubg with some nice shots downrange gets a knock. How much time is left? 9 seconds before the blue zone closes. Rejects, they're going to have to make a mad dash for it. We did see Regioso drive back with the vehicle, not leaving his teammate behind. so they could maybe drive in together. Sara taking that vehicle, driving in a bit. D+ have made their move. D+ are well in the zone, but that draws the attention of Boom. Boom looking to pick up every elimination. They don't care if it's the Rejects team or D+. They want it all. And Regioso actually drive in and gets a run over.
I was about to say, Boom should care. Shouldn't they want to take out Reject first and then D+ Kia second? But instead, they focus all their efforts on D+ Kia. That's going to give Team Reject even more placement points, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So Boom Esports.
The zone is so small now. The visual cover of the grass could be enough. Dwello, though, that's not enough for him. He gets knocked. That's a revive that probably will not come through. Util-wise, Rejects have to be running low on smokes. And if Frenzy fires that shot right there, Jukes, that's another player knocked. He gets the first aid off.
At the same time, though, maybe Boom was just thinking, you know what? We want to get every single point. We don't want to give up any to Team Reject, as they're going to go ahead and knock out Sara here. And yeah, he's not going to get rezzed by any chance at all. So Boom Esports, they still have the majority of cover. Team Reject, though, with 11 eliminations. Are you kidding me? That is quite a few more than Boom has, as Boom should spot Divine here if he's really careful. Is he going to see that pixel move to the grass? Maybe not.
Driving up real close. That's a trade. There's only one up now for the side of Rejects, and he gets caught. He gets finished. That is Boom with the big chicken dinner. Did they? Jeez, Rejects, Boom popping off. Like, first it was Alpha 7 popping off, and I think everyone in the crowd, including me, was thinking this is it. That's what everyone's eyes are on. See this very hard Western Circle.
We could possibly end up having 5 teams contending, as S2G, a team that definitely needs those points, is going to start getting those points on Regnum Karya. That's going to be one elimination going their way.
Right now, scrappy methods of fighting, just driving around, DBS in hand, chasing players.
Nations. Boom is going to be pushing out of the top of Everest, and here we go. We were talking about them. IC needs to have pop-up performances, and now they're starting at 5D+. It's going to be an easy elimination there for them, as All South's also knocked, and they're going to be able to finish them off. And D+ Kia, I mean, they got nothing to lose at this point. They're a team that's in 10th place with 60 points. It's not even close for them behind IC. So if for some reason they wanted to challenge that, they could be able to, but they need to have pop-up performances back to back to back. Alpha 7 does end up making a push, and they're going to be fighting a team that's currently tied with them in regards to points. Boom Esports is going to end up losing 1 player, and Alpha 7 having a 3-1 split here.
Yeah, I think it was huge for Mafioso to hang back. That provided the support lines to stop one of the Boom players from pushing, but he's now caught by himself, so Mafioso has to just had to self-sacrifice there, meaning Alpha 7 loses 1 and Boom loses 1. Now they're both neighbors.
Circle is going to be closing in, and oh my goodness. If you could ask for anything from Reject, Reject gets absolutely blessed by the zone. And the worst thing that could happen for teams like S2G, Alpha 7, and Boom, guess what? Not only is Reject going to be blessed by the zone, also Vampire Esports is going to be there as well. And Alpha 7 realizes that Alpha 7 knows that they have to make a push on this. Corrillo's going to be pushing up. He's going to be able to get that knock. He's going to confirm that it's only 1 player left here from Boom Esports. And Alpha 7 is looking to hunt them down, and they do. The 2 teams that were tied at 119 points, after this match, they're not going to be tied any longer. And now the focus shifts over from all these teams that were here. D+ Kia are going to be switching their focus over to Alpha 7. And how is Alpha 7 going to be able to survive this? What is S2G going to be able to do? Meanwhile, you have none other than Rejects just chilling in a house, seeing the madness happen on the elimination feed. As they're drinking some sake, they're just chilling, laying back, and enjoying the action, Sute.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. And Alpha 7, well, they're gonna do it the hard way. They get an opening onto Vampire. That's a big journey to make, though, from where they were earlier. I really want to see that match or that fight ensue. Can Alpha 7 actually make it across? Nova finally showing signs of life, but it's too late. This is a 3-day tournament, Nova. It's not a 5-day, not a 4-day. Might be a little bit too late to pop off the way they are. They are up to 8 elims, though, so, hey, More power to them. Alpha 7, one of the players knocked. They're taking a fight with D+ now. Looking at the minimap, they are trying to navigate up north into Vampire, but D+ kind of got in the way, and Hi-Fi's also camped out on the north side, on the outside, on the beach of the Vampire compounds.
And S2G trying to get some points as well. D+ very close. Racy is going to be knocked there for S2G. Here comes the shot. Good stuff from CEO later from S2G. Getting extra points there via elimination for his team, as there is only going to be 2 players alive from S2G, and they're going to be making a push over, hoping that nobody's able to shoot him. But not only are they going to have to hold up the shots there from Zebra Masters, Alpha 7 ends up getting eliminated with 5 eliminations. They're not going to end up getting any placement points as well. And meanwhile, Reject is looking happier and happier as they're not having to fight anybody. And it comes down to S2G. S2G out too. This is the perfect time here for Reject to just build on that gap.
Yeah, Rejects now might want to start peeking out a little bit, as the battlefield has definitely thinned for them to start third party. Death Wolves, Falcons taking out the Nova team almost. Now getting third party by the Death Wolves. And here comes a Reject player. Look at that purple icon on the south side. It's not just one, it's 2 purple icons. They're looking to third party this. Top, can he get that revive in time? I don't think so. Nova goes out. Icy is knocked. And there we go. There's that third party by the Reject team. Rejects only picking up 1 point from that, though, as the fight finished up really quickly. Actually, 2 points. 2 points? Well,
Yep.
I mean, when you're in first place, that's good enough. They get another knock, and they have 4 up. They could get that chicken dinner, too.
Trying to third party this fight. They do not want to allow Vampire Esports to end up after this fight with 4 players, because we know what Vampire Esports has to do if they want to even try to challenge them. You can see Vampire Esports just running over the players from Hi-Fi's, and Hi-Fi's not able to hold off Vampire Esports. And I'm actually surprised. I'm very, very surprised that we, at least from my perspective, we didn't get a chance to see any Reject players trying to shoot on this action, trying to shoot maybe tires of buggies. They could be a little bit far away. And for Vampire Esports, this is going to be a tough push into the circle. But if they're able to do it, it's going to be great for them. They just need to be careful as well with the Reject player that's up in the mountain getting that off angle.
Yeah, I mean, Rejects had no reason to push that. They didn't have the sight lines, but they see the zone. It's pretty much wide open. And there's actually a little hillside for the Vampires team to work with. I thought it was all flat. Like, this is very unfamiliar, unorthodox zone ending here. So that little divot, that little hillside could be the saving grace for the side of Vampire.
Able to spot him, which is going to stop him from possibly getting cover. And guess what? Schweppes is now going to be able to find a cover here. Vampire
they're going to push?
Is an aggressive team.
Really?
They could end up going for that push. Tony K, being the aggressor, is making the push and is going to try to get an off angle. He will have some rocks to work with. This is very aggressive for Vampire Esports, as they do have 1 player behind them. Schweppes, Tony K, and Stone now right up there, but Tony K is going to end up getting knocked. 2 players are knocked there from Rejects, and Vampire Esports trying to make the push with the other players behind. Here comes the grenade from Ragey. Is this nade gonna hit? It does end up hitting, and now it turns it into a 2v1 for Vampire Esports, the aggressor team, taking the fight to Reject. Who is it gonna win it here? There's only 1 player left from Reject. Can he clutch it up for his team and be able to extend the lead even more? Or is it gonna be Vampire Esports trying to hunt them down in the final matches of the PMGO? The grenade is gonna come through, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Vampire Esports with an unlikely win. They saw an opening and they went for it, Sute.
Yeah, you were right.
Problem I'm having here, 7, is it's a good one. It's a good gap, but
Team Reject now 15-point lead. We know
as we get into a huge forward.
True.
I mean, yeah, S2G was just an unstoppable force. Now it's up to them to eject Team S2G. If they do, they will have a great spot in the zone. S2G has to hold them down as Vampire get eliminated by none other than the team right next to them on the leaderboards. It's next Ruya.
Vampire not able to get it done. If they won that one fight, it could have been huge, but IHC will be the next ones. You see right here, contending for this very spot. Oh my god, Jukes, if IHC can eject next Ruya out of here, and they do, they get it done with one nade. There's still 2 players up, but knowing where IHC is on the leaderboards, and them already on 10 elims, that one knock is the go-ahead. That is the green-lit signal for them to continue the pressure, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Demo drives in, gets the run over, more nades coming in. Next Ruya down to just 1. Demo does get knocked though. That's not gonna slow down IHC.
Oh, IHC is just on a rampage right now, looking to take out everybody, especially next Ruya, who's the team right above them on the leaderboards. They know who they're going against, so they want to be able to go ahead and take them out as soon as they can. They got to watch out, though. They're holding this bowl, and it is a great spot as long as there's not a team right next to you, because it is very easily nadeable. And the rest of IHC need to take him out. Here comes Yol on the drive over. He does get the intel. Actually runs over his teammate, but that's not a problem right there, as they do finish off next Ruya. A huge finish. IHC with 14 eliminations already.
I mean, this is not the first time we've seen this, right? A team with up to double-digit 14 eliminations this early into the match. And yes, this is early because we still have so many players left, as they do look a little bit split up, and the nades are good by Regnum Karya. This could stop Rejects dead in their tracks.
They have to. They know it's Team Reject. They know if they even want to have a chance here at that top position, they got to take them out here and now. And the DBS is coming out strong, but Duello is holding it down there with those critical knocks. And these are some huge elimination points that Team Reject needs. He needs to go and get these thirsts, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Yep, prioritize those points, get them locked down, and then worry about that final player. Where's Silas? Silas, you have to push this. You can't chill.
Yeah, Silas trying to hold an Overwatch position a little bit further back. Did not go according to plans. Can they get a chicken dinner here? Alpha 7. What can they salvage with 3 players being in a terrible spot in the zone? Well, they can salvage 1 more point there. That is a crucial point. Wait, did they get that? Yes, they did. They're up to 3. They got to get the revive. They got to go.
That is so hard. That revive may even be too much time. I mean, there's a minute left on the clock. They're going to go for it, but they're going to have to push through the Death Wolves, who are just holding this position. And this is the worst case scenario here. Here comes Revo here with the nade. Does get it. So he gets that confirmation. That's the door open now. They need to go ahead and take out Guizal, keep all 3 up, and then push this position, because it's desperate time calls for desperate measures. Team Reject have 6 eliminations, so with Alpha 7's current performance, it's not enough. And then you got to worry about IHC with how crazy they've been going.
Oh, yeah, it is not enough. Alpha 7, Carrillo goes
Carrillo
down.
Gone.
Rivo, the last one up. Can't even just get 1 more point here. 1 more elim points. You could take that 1v1 with Guizal, but it's going to be tough. A 1v1, but hold that thought. It is IHC to shut down Alpha 7.
19 eliminations. Look at the crowd. Oh, the heads are down because they know what this means, especially considering that Team Reject is still alive.
Dinner, but hold on, this is a big fight too. S2G versus Hi-Fi's. S2G, they need to hold this one down. They need to win this one without losing a single player. They need points. S2G has 0 elimination points.
And then here comes Hi-Fi's looking to just crush the dreams of S2G, as it's Razy up on top with some smokes here, trying to make something happen. It is a 3v3, and it's going to be a 3v3. They do have to watch out for that backside, though. Hi-Fi's are definitely going to be looking for some off angles, trying to put up some points. Silas is still up for Regnum Karya, but yeah, these guys are out of the running at this point. So S2G need to stay alive if they want to make it happen in Miramar coming up, as Rogue gets another one. A new elimination record for IHC. 20 eliminations. The first time we have seen that this year, and could well be the last.
That is 1/3 of the lobby, Jukes. 1/3 of the lobby. 64 players, 4 being your own. Hamzi trying to defend it. Gets 1, gets 2. Razy goes out. And it's just all up to Kelsey. He needs to get in here quick. Save his teammates! Oh, the shotgun! It is done! It is done!
Buckshot just like that, takes it to the chest. But here comes Demo! IHC with the third party! These guys are not messing around!
They do not stop! They know the circle's going into nothing. They're gonna take the fight now. The hurt team. But
Godless?
Oh no, Garless goes down. They're down back to a 3-man.
Hey, it would not be a game of PMGO Brazil without IHC as a 3-man in the end game. This is their strategy, Zute. They wanted to lose one player because this is where they're at their best. They can't lose another, though. Rogue gets knocked. That is not good. And meanwhile, here comes the jump out. Should be an easy knock for Demo. And the Papa Blue should be able to take out this remaining player. No, he doesn't. He actually jumps out the last second. IHC falling apart. What is happening?
That shotgun.
No way!
That shotgun out of Robs is decimating and crushing dreams out here, and it's actually rejects in a 1v1 for the chicken dinner. Regioso out of all the reject players too. Oh, this is his. This is as good as done. Regioso, the god player out of Japan, in a 1v1 in a favorable position with the DBS. He's about to get this chicken dinner. Unless he gets pan. Unless he gets pan. That's the only way. The pan is it. The jump. Wait a second! Regnum Caria! With the jump out!
Look at the laughs, though. Hey, you know what? I think Team Reject is not mad at all about that, because with that performance, these guys are looking too good. You're gonna have to beat them, and honestly right now Team Reject are already gonna crown themselves.
Not only are you wanting to close on the gap of points, but you're also gonna have to deal with maybe one
HC. We'll see where the circle ends up. We'll see how many fights Alpha 7 can win. Boom is gonna take that fight right now with the Rejects team, and the first knock goes over to Rejects. Rejects finds the opening. Sara looking for a second, and Duelo does get finished though, so this will be a scrappy fight. Boom in third place. They need to win this one. They need to win it clean. They get Sara. They're going to be able to get the revive too. Rejects, is this it for them? Can they finally be slowed down?
Flyboy gets knocked though. There's back and forth knocks. It's a 2v2 scenario at this point, and you can see Regioso looking to try to at least get a thirst. Can he be able to secure a point? Boom, knowing who they're going against. They're in third place. This is the fight of the tournament right here. They have to win it. Regioso does get the confirmation here. Boom's not going to be able to get the res, so it is going to be a 2v2 between Reject and Boom. Regardless, Reject is going to be hamstringed, but 4 eliminations with their lead could be enough. So Boom cannot afford to go out here. If they want to win first place, they have to win this fight.
Yeah, they have to win it quick. Zebra Masters is here, though, to third party. And I mean, there's no way Rejects as a 2-man wins this fight and survives Zebra Master, right? Surely Rejects go out now, but even then, 2 points. They already got 2 points, and that's a lot given how much of a point gap they have. So 2 points is good for Rejects, and they could still get more. They could even somehow turn this around and take out Zebra Masters. This is not the first time they've been third party and they come out on top.
And you know Zebra Masters looking to make a name for themselves, trying to take out the top squads in the lobby right towards the end. Here they go on the push, looking at that third party. Boom, though, shutting down Regioso is going to be huge. They try to go for the combination. Demine not letting it out, going out without a fight. He takes them out. The 1v2, he secures some placement points, but down goes Reject, and boom, the crowd goes nuts because the door is open for Alpha 7.
But how big is that door opened up? It's opened up like a millimeter. I'm going to say this now. Calm down, Alpha 7 crowd. Calm down. Alpha 7 still has a long way to go. They still need a great game here. Now,
definitely make something happen here. They were very fortunate that they didn't have the hot drop. And well, look at this. You can see right now. Here they go. Vampire putting in the work on the Regnum Caria. Here comes down a vehicle. Schwepp said, I didn't like that. Start shooting some shot at it just in case to make sure there's not a person in there.
Upon Elims and the chicken dinner. Here, Alpha 7 play zone. Hold on. That should be a revive. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, the blue zone isn't doing that much damage. I think he just took a lot of damage from Death Wolves rotating in. Can he get revived? Wait, I don't think he can. He's way back in the outside. Alpha 7 loses a player. I thought they would take the fight with Death Wolves and control that eastern side. But instead, they're just taking the long way around, and that's going to cost them a player.
IHC the other game, right? Or IHC just pushed everything in sight. The second they saw an opportunity, they went straight away and got it. S2G putting up some points against Nova. Nova long out of this one already, but you know what? A nice nade there. Does get a couple players. That's long. Looking to get another one here. If he gets another knock, this will be huge.
Yeah, S2G point standing wise, they also have a chance, but I don't think S2G has that killer mentality. For me, it's really just Alpha 7 or IHC. But with 4 elim points, S2G, I mean, if they're forced into the fights, they could get it done. But I think they need to force themselves into some more fights. Next zone pops up. They get the edge of zone, which is good for them. New circle forces Alpha 7 to move. And IHC, meanwhile, has 4 players up. Their Alpha sign of dollar signs going away. But yeah, here comes that fight. Alpha 7 versus IHC, Jukes.
So huge. Here they go. Revo up on the high ground. Needs to get an initial knock. He just gets some nice shots, though. Oh, it's actually top from Team Falcons, helping out Alpha 7 with a couple of knocks from that third party. But Revo getting knocked is brutal. Carrillo, it's really up to him to get a huge knock here. Revo is finished. So it is down to 2 players left of Alpha 7. And you know, Team Falcons, they got nothing to lose here. They can push this fight. That knock on the Rogue is going to finish out IHC, though. Some good elimination points. But you can see the crowd. They're cheering it up, but they are so nervous here. Seeing 2 monsters from Alpha 7 getting knocked early.
Yeah, man, Alpha 7 down to 2. It's not enough, Jukes. It is not enough. It's not enough. I mean, there's still one more game after this, sure. But it is just not enough. And I'm disappointed in IHC. I thought they were going to take that fight to Falcons, but instead they put themselves in a worse position, getting third party. So IHC, maybe a little bit lapse in judgment. Maybe Falcons' position is just too tough to crack open with 4. But either way, IHC is out. Alpha 7 is still alive with 2. They need every singular little point they could get, because if they go out now, they close the gap with rejects by 1, and that is it.
Oh boy, what is going to happen here? As you can see, the Falcons are starting to creep up. Like I mentioned, they don't have anything to lose here in this scenario. They know for a fact it's Alpha 7. They know Alpha 7 is hurting. They're trying to hunt those leaderboards. And if Team Falcon wants a chance at trying to even get some taste of this top 3, they want to take out the top dogs here and now.
A chicken on top of that. Not just the elims, but a chicken on top of that. Vampire could have a chance at number 1.
S2G have 4 eliminations as well, and there goes Alpha 7. And look at the frustration. You can see them just they're devastated right now. This is not good. It's going to come down to the final game from them. You know, you see some condolences here, just trying to show their players some love. But oh boy, the door's now open for S2G and Vampire.
They should have just fought Death Wolves with 4. Win that fight, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Get the chicken. It could be done. Falcons fighting with Vampires. Vampires with their backs against the wall with only 2 players up, 8 elims. I don't know if this is enough players, but the elims are looking good. They need more. Yeah, and it's funny that, you know, every team we look at, maybe, right? But we're saying that because we've seen it done. We've seen chicken dinners with 15, 16 elims, so it is very, very possible. And if Falcons get the chicken dinner here with a bunch of elims, they are right up there in that top 3. And there we go. They're starting it off. They're up to 8. 3 players up. New circle. They get the zone too. So they are not done yet.
G and Falcons. And S2G is the main one here. But they are getting shot up by the Falcons. Oh, that is a huge loss. And Royals of War Rivas looking to clear him up. See you later. Going to try to be able to get one of the finishes. Can he do so? Nope, he can't. He's going to have to win another 1v1. He gets it. He's going to get the thirst. No, he can't. So, man, see you later is taking a whole squad by himself. And he can't do it. And look at that. Oh, the frustration. Because he wanted to do that miracle run. And all the top teams are gone. Somehow, Team Falcons are still alive. 10 eliminations. They got to win this. They have to win this. Let's see what happens. It's action with the nade. Oh, actually, it was a smoke grenade. Ooh, gets knocked. That's tough. Tough situation here is top. Trying to throw that smoke as well. Throwing some pre-fire out. And it's D plus Kia. Why is it always D plus Kia? Taking out some teams right when they need to. Oh, an absolute brutal loss there. All the top teams are out of here. We're going to watch the bottom squads now fight it out. Trying to get a chicken dinner here in the PMGO. Smoke Gaming, Rolls of War, just having their last little rally cry. Miyaki is one of those big names, I think, here. He really stood out in this tournament. He had some shining moments for sure. Unfortunately, him and the rest of the team just wasn't able to really put up points together.
Both teams with the zone kind of definitely favoring. Oh wait, no, that is not his team. That is D plus Kia. Sorry, the blue color caught me off guard for a second.
They didn't throw it out a little bit earlier, but trying to go out for the fight. The Mexicanos trying to get their chicken dinner here. Uh-oh, the toes getting shot up though. It's down to the final player as D plus Kia win a chicken dinner here. Get the overall standings. Alpha 7 for the final game. With this zone, hope for the best at this point.
Nova Esports performance in this global event, because it's the first time we get a chance to see them since PMGC 2022. And boy, oh boy, it looks like a completely different Nova. And somebody that's going to be happy about this fight right now, it's going to be Alpha 7 as Boom is getting into a fight with Zebra Masters.
Oh, I don't know how happy they're going to be about this, because Boom is quite close to them on the leaderboards, and they are starting to soak up some points. They will be happy if Zebra Master is able to overcome this, but you can see Frenzy with that nade locked and loaded. Not able to get the finish, but he is going to go in with the gun. Oh, actually gets taken out, so he's going to get thirsted really quickly here. That is going to hamstring Boom. Considering I think they're down to their last player.
I think Nova might end up trying to third party this fight as they go on a full push. Order wanting to go inside that building. He's going to start shooting at everybody. Here we go. Nova though, Dream White 6. Oh my God, it's starting to backfire and he's actually starting to look good here for Boom. I'm starting to mix up my words because I cannot believe this right now. Boom being able to clutch it up, knocking 2 players from Nova. Paraboy is going to be able to spot a player. That's going to be an easy knock for him, and he's going to be looking to confirm that into an elimination. Boom trying to secure some extra points, trying to see if they can possibly make it here within the top 3. Anything, and to be fair, Carrillo being able to actually confirm that, and then on top of that, something that you don't want to end up seeing if you're an Alpha 7 fan is that Reject is also getting into a fight. They have a player knock and they're looking to continue to get some extra points here. Nova looking to make this push. They haven't had the best close quarter fights possible, and right now it's not looking like it's gonna continue to get any better as 2 of their players ends up getting knocked by Zebra Masters.
And it makes sense. I mean, look at this. I mean, I think this is Nova's crippling feat here. The DBS is right now, it's just all about who's got the shotgun.
Yeah, and with the performances that we're seeing out of some of these teams, I can't wait to see how possibly the rosters are going to be switching up. As somebody from Zebra Masters, none other than Tin, is going to make the jump there. But now it's 3 players there of Nova, and they are just way too much as Paraboy is able to clutch up
4 total points. They need to have... Oh, this is it. You can hear the crowd going nuts the second you heard Sarah get knocked. And IHC is very, very close to them. That's 2 knocks. That's huge. Boom is eliminated. They're done for. And with these 2 knocks, IHC's got to probably start coming down here. So IHC pushing up onto Reject is going to be absolutely brutal. That Molotov, though, helped stop their push for just a couple more seconds.
And Reject now trying to save some points here, trying to see if they can maybe connect on some players from IHC, as Nova was also taking shots on them. And Nova's going to be coming up behind. IHC is able to spot Nova players, but are they going to end up switching their focus as they know that 2 more players are alive from Reject? Reject maintaining themselves alive, waiting a little bit longer, seeing if Nova's going to make that push. You can see Reject, Divine, very low HP, trying to survive longer and longer. And there you go. He finally gets caught with the grenade. Now it's down to Duelo. Duelo's going to be able to spot Seal from IHC, and he's going to get that knock, and he's going to switch it to Godless, but that's too much. Reject out in 13th place with 1 elimination. You can see the crowd getting hyped, ladies and gentlemen.
Alpha 7 still need to have the performance of a lifetime. Try to hold on to 2nd place, or do you start, you pick up your bootstraps, you tie them tight, stand up, and make it happen.
Go for it. Go for it, because IHC is going for it here. They're fighting Nova, and that is it for Nova.
See if that's going to be possible here, as... yeah, we'll see Nova in the future, but Paraboy's going to have to bring a DBS with him. That is for sure. As we start taking a look at the final teams. Vampire starting to take out S2G. That is huge, because S2G was one of the squads that could possibly pass up Alpha 7. They have to have the best performance we've ever seen from Alpha 7 in the PMGO if they want to win this. So it is possible. Like I said, honestly, I am so shocked to see Alpha 7 just sit on their heels. I mean, the door is open for them, but with how many people are left, they're going to have to take out the majority of this lobby at this point.
Yes, there you go. Now you start seeing some shots there out of Alpha 7, and I think we're going to have to end up seeing the push here for Alpha 7, because the new circle is going to be closing in. And you know what? From what I can see there on the top right-hand side, Alpha 7 is going to be barely into that circle. Vampire Esports has been able to get a little bit closer here to Death Walls. Vampire Esports looking to make sure that they clear out this area. And Vampire Esports looking to secure even more points so they can hunt down Alpha 7 in that second place. So they can hunt down S2G as well in that third place, because S2G is out, Boom is out. Vampire Esports wanting to get to that top 3.
And not to mention IHC. IHC could dethrone S2G as well for that third place. Nobu from D plus Kia of all teams takes out Rebel from Alpha 7. But, oh, they are battling it out here.
Rebel gets eliminated, not looking good.
If they want first, they have to eliminate pretty much everybody further. I mean, so yeah, Alpha 7 looking good to hold on to second. And yeah, with Mafioso's position,
Vampire Esports is looking to close the gap even more to S2G. S2G right now biting the nails, and there you go. Mafioso does end up getting eliminated. Alpha 7 gonna be doing whatever they can just to hold on to this second place. They do have a bit of a gap. Think Reject. Look at them. They're starting to smile. They know what's at stake. Alpha 7 being able to spot somebody there from Vampire Esports, but Vampire Esports feeling the pressure. They're going to have to switch their focus to D plus Kia and next Rhea as well, as Vampire Esports trying to get into the top 3.
Alpha 7 down to a single player.
$3 million. Boy, that's when Vampire Esports usually make most of their money throughout the year. But you know what? Vampire Esports is wanting to make some money here. They're wanting to get within those top 3. They're just going to have to defeat Carrillo, which is currently underway. But Schweppes gets knocked.
Not going down without a fight. Trying to stay at home, make it happen for his countrymen. D plus Kia helping him out a little bit here. Finally round out the final match here of PMGO. Bounce nades coming up. Carrillo wide out in the open. He's just going to have to time this perfectly.
And right now, S2G, they know they don't like Alpha 7 as much, but as Vampire Esports is getting very, very close to tying S2G in regards to points and take over that third place, Tony K does end up getting eliminated. Madness is ensuing.
By the way, I think if Carrillo kills everybody, I mean, we could say something magical happened. He gets a knock, but it's over, you know, and it's over with those knocks there from D plus Kia. Carrillo still alive though.
See how they respond for the roll. We were expecting on a spoiler roll for a lot of teams today, Hot Jukes, as Carrillo is gonna get spotted, and there you go. Alpha 7 gets eliminated. Reject knows that is theirs now, but who's gonna win this match? Is it gonna be next Rhea, or is it gonna be D plus Kia, as the Brazilian crowd giving their support there to the Alpha 7 players?
And D plus Kia rounding out the day with another crazy performance, you know, by far too late, but it's always be able to, it's good to see, you know, just them stand up here towards the end. Meanwhile, you got Dex Rhea still alive, looking to pull out a chicken dinner, and here comes the Molotov. But oh my gosh, what a tournament so far, 7.
What a tournament indeed. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for anything better to start off my PUBG Mobile esports year. Next Rhea gets the win. Japan with the best showing ever at a global event in person.
PMGO champion is Reject! Congratulations, you can leave the trophy now.
Disappear, and on the final day they were like, you know what, we're just gonna send it. They ended up getting a match with 22 elims. The crowd from Brazil heartbroken, but once again the champions. And Vampire Esports clutches it up. It was a tiebreaker, and they actually clutch it up with the amount of wins that they got. Those 3 chicken dinners came in clutch.
Look at the points after that.
As we go here towards the second page, and as I mentioned, just a huge shout out to all of these teams as well for bringing in their best game.
See who the elimination leaders were and see who ended up on top. Reggio. So this guy had the tournament of his life.
And I would like to thank everyone that is here in Sao Paulo watching us live, and everyone who's at home too. Thank you so much for being with us. You are amazing.